Alter, was ist das denn?
The BMW F800 GS was introduced by BMW in 2024 together with the F900 GS and has unfortunately been completely overshadowed by the 900 since then. Completely unjustified, at least according to Ole and Dietmar, who took the 800 for an extensive test drive. Of course, the F900 GS is the better machine on paper. However, it also costs at least €13,750 and thus a whopping €2,800 more than the F800 GS tested here. This in turn is the successor to the F750 GS, which has always been particularly popular with people with shorter legs because it allows extremely low seat heights. The standard color of the BMW F800 GS is white with blue accents. The Style Sport and Style Triple Black variants cost €215 extra, but are only painted differently. Unlike the R1300 GS, for example, the Black Triple Black does not come with a different equipment. We think that's good, because you don't have to worry about whether you need the additional equipment of a different color or not, as is often the case with BMW. The standard seat height of the 800 GS is 815 mm. The optional lowering of the chassis and other seats from the accessories allows the seat height to be varied from 760 mm to 840 mm. This is unusually flexible and allows the 800 to be made suitable for pretty much every person. Our test machine had the normal seat height of 815 mm and was therefore suitable for us, Ole, 1.79 m, Dietmar, 1.84 m. You sit completely upright and comfortable, the handlebars are mounted pleasantly high and not too far away from the rider, it all fits like a good hiking boot. The front passenger will also find plenty of space, an equally comfortable seating position and decent grab handles, so that nothing should stand in the way of a longer tour for two on the BMW F800 GS. The machine would be even more suitable for travel if the center stand were already screwed on in series, but it is not. This in turn benefits the weight, because without a center stand, the 800 GS weighs only 227 kilograms, a good value for a full-blown adventure bike. We already know the Cockpit from many other BMW motorcycles. It is a 6.5-inch TFT color display with smartphone connectivity and lots of displays. The operation is logical and you can quickly get to grips with it even without an operating manual, but we still wouldn't call it intuitive. There are simply too many functions that you have to get used to first. Dynamic traction control and cornering ABS, BMW Motorrad ABS Pro, are available as standard. Also included are two riding modes, rain and road, USB and 12-volt connections as well as adjustable levers. As usual with BMW, all conceivable things can be booked as an option, but then it quickly becomes more expensive. We would only order heated grips and a larger windscreen, otherwise we find the standard equipment very successful, especially the lean angle sensors, of course. The same applies to the lighting equipment, which is completely LED. If you absolutely need the dynamic ESA suspension, cornering lights, quickshifter or cruise control, it's best to take a look at the three packages, with which you can save €1 or €2. The Tour package for €770 includes heated grips, cornering lights and handguards. The Dynamic package for €855 includes the Shift Assistant Pro, Quickshifter, the DSA, and two other driving modes, and the Comfort package for €770 houses cruise control, the keyless ride, the pannier holders for the Vario cases, the Easy Care M Endurance chain and the preparation for the BMW navigation system. The sound check of the BMW F800 GS is quite unspectacular. The stationary noise is 89 dBA and that's about how it sounds, not particularly exciting, but not boring either and above all not too rowdy. This fits very well with the character of the whole motorcycle and we also find the stainless steel muffler visually very successful. Already on the first few meters with the 800 GS you get the cozy BMW motorcycle feeling that we know from many other machines of this brand, nothing wobbles or feels cheap, the machine looks extremely mature, which is no wonder, after all, BMW's F adventures have been around for many years. The machine sits firmly on the road and is nice and maneuverable. It conveys a lot of confidence from the first meter and responds to the driver's commands without grumbling or unpleasant surprises. This is especially true when cornering, where it circles extremely seriously and does not let anything upset it. We also found the performance of the F800 GS convincing. The machine rotates from below with steam through the speed range and has no holes. It may be that the 900 is even more exciting, but some fish is always bigger. Seriously, especially when accelerating and pulling through, we were surprised at how well the new 895 cubic centimeters inline twin accelerates. The larger displacement was really good for the F engine, which is still manufactured by Lonson in China. The designation F800 GS is actually misleading, but this understatement also fits the machine. She is rather introverted and meek, but actually has it thick behind her ears. Everything else on the GS800 also worked wonderfully. The non-adjustable suspension seems very harmoniously tuned, the Brembo brakes work splendidly and almost effortlessly, and the gearbox is also fluffy. Everything works wonderfully and, above all, wonderfully predictable on this machine. But we do have one point of criticism. What is this tiny windshield supposed to? It may be that this looks good, but the wind protection is very limited. At least with Dietmar there was also turbulence on the helmet, but this does not have to be the case with every rider. Nevertheless, away with this fuzzy rally windshield and immediately screwed on a higher and also adjustable windshield from the BMW accessories. In our opinion, this not only looks much more grown up, but also offers considerably greater driving comfort. As usual with BMW, the warranty is 3 years, the service is due every 10,000 kilometers or once a year. We see the following machines as competitors: Moto Guzzi V85 TT, Suzuki V-Strom 800DL, KTM 790 Adventure, Honda XL 750 Transalp and the CF Moto 800 metric tons. The BMW F800 GS is a convincing adventure bike at a fair price. It is already well equipped as standard and can be expanded as desired with the BMW accessory kit. It may be that this bike won't exactly win the award for the most emotional motorcycle of 2024, but she probably doesn't care at all. It is pure understatement, can do almost everything and is probably one of the most underrated motorcycles in its class. If you are flirting with the 900 GS but are currently at low tide in your wallet, you should take a closer look at the 800 GS.
Drei, zwei, eins. Oh, die geht hoch vorne. Oh, Alter, was ist das denn? 3, 2, 1 und ab geht der Fuchs. Voll, jawohl, jawohl.